Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I don't know if you can see the sliver moon above me, but that's indicating it's the beginning of a new Hebrew month. And it's a beautiful evening tonight as the Sabbath begins, Shabbat begins, Friday night. I wanted to just give a little update on Connie. I talked to her, I think it was yesterday, and I just wanted to find out how she was doing. And it's kind of funny. She said, "Man, Daniel, with that video and how much you exposed them, and then when you gave my last, my first name and everything, I felt for sure that any day someone from my dad's company was going to come through the door, and the hammer would drop." And no one showed up. And she's gotten really bold now. She's decided to, she used to always just stay in her home, but now she's decided to go out into the community. She's started going to a local church that had a what do you call those things? My brain's lost it here. It's been a long week. One of those food pantries or whatever that you can go to get food and things like that. And so she went there and said she liked it. And anyway, she's just still very happy, very thankful for everyone's support. And the fact that no one from her dad's company has come to harass her or target her or anything, and the fact that, again, they took that website down within 24 hours of me making the video, tells me two things. Either they're on the run, just completely on the run, they're getting the heck out of Dodge, or the feds came in and seized their assets and they're making arrests. Now, I can't find anything. Obviously, there's nothing on the news. I guess we'll just have to wait to see when more documents come out about the arrests Trump is making with these pedophiles and see if there's a bunch of arrests in Ohio, particularly in Barberton, Ohio. So we'll just keep an eye out on that. But anyway, again, I want to thank you guys. It just, again, proves that, we don't have to wait for Trump. We don't have to wait for Q. We can actually make an impact now. We can stop these pedophiles now if we unite as an American people to expose these people and to, go after them. Q often says in his drops, he says, "You have more than you know. You have more than you know. You have all you need." So I think my interpretation of that is we have enough information and knowledge and love to go out and make a difference right now. And even if it's not bringing down a major, child sex trafficking ring, we can tell our family, our friends, we can tell people around us, we can make people aware so the public becomes more and more aware of what's going on. Now, I primarily make my YouTubes because Yah told me to, center on pedophilia, exposing pedophiles, taking these pedophiles down, protecting little children. But I have gotten just literally an avalanche of subscribers who have contacted me either privately or on the comments asking more about my beliefs. And so I just thought that tonight, because it's Friday night, that I would just tell everyone a little bit about Sabbath, about Shabbat, and what it means and how I do it, and what Sabbath is. So that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to first do is I am going to light up my menorah. A menorah, by the way, is a 7-branched candlestick. It's talked about all through the Old Testament. It was in the temple and also in the New Testament in the book of Revelations. Yahshua stands amidst the menorahs. This is a Hanukkah, actually used for Hanukkah. It has 9. A menorah would only have 7, but it looks like that. Well, I gave my menorah away, but Yah actually blessed me with a unique looking menorah, which I will show you guys. It's kind of a festive fall menorah, if you will. And a menorah always has 7 because 7 is Yah's perfect number. And there's 6 work days, Sunday through Friday, and then from I got 4 lit up there so far, and then from Friday evening to Saturday evening is the 7th day. And the reason why days begin in the evening when the sun goes down is because if you read the book of Genesis, it says there was evening and there was morning the first day, there was evening and there was morning the second day. The days always begin at night and then go into day. So it goes from darkness to light. That's how Yah set it up, which is interesting because Q uses that phrase, from darkness to light. That's a biblical phrase. Let's see here. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. All right, so now there's my menorah. So I always light this on Friday nights, and I just let it burn for as long as is needful. That's my menorah. The menorah represents the 7 spirits of Yahweh. Again, Jesus, Yahshua, stands in the midst of the menorah in the book of Revelation. Represents just the light of the world, who is Jesus, Yahshua. A lot of meanings to menorah, but I light it up because this is the 7th day of the week, the day of rest. And then here we have the challah bread, which is traditional to eat on Sabbath, and the grape juice to have. So let's break a little bit of this off here. So I take the challah, and I usually just have a prayer where I just thank Yah so much that it's Sabbath, and I just ask him to bless the Sabbath and to sanctify it and all that good stuff. And then there's a little thing that we say. It's Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam borei horei hagafen or haaretz. Sorry, B'Shem Yeshua, Amen. Blessed are you, O Yahweh Elohim, King of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth, and Yahshua, who is the bread of life. And then get the fruit of the vine here. I'll make the menorah the background, I guess. There we go. So then we take the fruit of the vine. And again, this is what I'm doing right now is just kind of traditional, but I like it. It's a way to kind of put a break between the 6 working days and the Shabbat, the Sabbath. Shabbat Shalom means Sabbath peace. Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam borei horei hagafen b'Shem Yeshua, Amen. Blessed are you, O Yahweh our Elohim, King of the universe, who brings forth the fruit of the vine, and Yahshua, the true vine. L'chaim, which means to life. So that's how I begin my Sabbath. It's really simple. The rules, sorry, I'll keep the menorah in the background here. The rules for Sabbath are really simple. You don't work, you don't buy or sell, and you don't make anyone else work or buy and sell. That's pretty much it. The sky's the limit as to what you can do on Shabbat other than those things. You know, rest, relax, feast. It is a feast day, a weekly feast day. Get together with friends and family. Spend more time in the presence of Yahweh than you can during the other days when you're working. Bible study, you know, a home fellowship. If you have one, I highly recommend home fellowships or whatnot. And you know, take a good hike or whatever, you know, enjoy Yahweh's creation. Just, you know, the Sabbath is made for man. It's designed to bless you, and it's designed to rejuvenate you. And it is a blessing. It is a total blessing. When I was raised just a normal Sunday Christian, and then I found out about my Jewish roots. And when I went from Sunday to, you know, Friday night to Saturday night, it's something that you can only experience to understand, but it just is such a blessing. And look, guys, the Sabbath is not just for Jews. It's for all of humanity. Yahweh made this feast for everyone, for all of mankind to be blessed by. So I encourage you, if you're a believer, you love Messiah, do the Sabbath. Start off with the Shabbat and see how it will bless you and bring you closer to him. Because you can read the New Testament and you can see how in Luke, it was his practice, it was his custom to go up to the synagogue on Sabbath. And he did all his healings on the Sabbath. So he definitely observed the Sabbath. And if our Messiah did it, then we should. It's a tremendous blessing. In the book of Acts, the disciples observed the Sabbath, the 7th-day Sabbath, 85 times. So it's an incredible blessing. All right, thank you all. I hope you have a blessed Sabbath, and we'll get back to it, exposing these pedophiles starting on Sunday. Shabbat Shalom.